Hi, I'm Josh. This is the third episode of DayZ Rambling. That might actually be the title, I don't know. I haven't actually done anything except record. Now, I think my computer's going to have to fraps all night. And I might have to go up in the middle of the night to change the fraps. But, yeah, I have a mediocre computer. I have a lot of things in my mind. I'm pretty smart, I guess. And my mastery over English is pretty difficult, despite being Dutch and is actually accidentally saying the wrong Dutch word, which is synonymous with a curse word. Go watch episode 2. So, yeah. Welcome to my DayZ. Well, not my DayZ, well, actually, come to think of it, when I play DayZ, these thoughts generally and genuinely roll around my head all the time. So just talking about random shit about self-righteous nonsense is, well, I actually like it. It might sound a bit strange, I know, but detached battery. Someone just threw out their battery as well as an old canvas pants. Now, the canvas pants aren't too bad. They look horrible, so I would never wear them. But they're pretty good. Which means someone's probably been here. I can threaten someone with this pea-shooter pistol, even though I can't even fit a single bullet in there. You can generally fit a single bullet of the right type into one of those pistols if you have them. But I don't, even without a mag. Now, I don't have any ranged weapons, so fertilizer is useless. Now, that sounds like a non sequitur, doesn't it? Let me explain. You use ranged weapons to kill animals, then you skin them, and then you tan their skin. Ta-da! And what do you use the skin? What do you use to tan the skin? Natron. And what's something with a lot of natron in it? I think it's natron? No, that's salt. Yeah, but fertilizer can be used really well in this game, at the very least, to tan all sorts of hides. And then you can use this hides to craft yourself some nice armor. Now, for a very brief period of time, human hide within the game. Cannibalism is currently in the game. But that does require finding and killing a human, and it also gives you a pretty big chance of getting brain disease, which is going to be a nice topic to talk about. Like I said, I don't ever stop thinking. That's how I tend to amuse myself while running in walking in real life, running in DayZ, just thinking, never stopping. So, yes, I do sound a bit hyper, but like I said, this is me. I didn't generally always think like this. I have developed the mouth to keep up most of the time. Yeah. Excuse me for stalling, because I'm just not used to not having the words to say what I want. So, like I said, excuse me for stalling every once in a while. Okay, back to the game. This is a bit of, these are some overturned boats. You can sometimes find netting in these boats. And you can use netting to make yourself some camouflage gear. Now, the camouflage ghillie suit, which is the most camouflaging of all by a huge amount, is put on your back instead of a backpack. So you essentially need to give up a huge amount of back slots to become basically invisible. It does have its benefits, though, because when you're wearing a ghillie suit, okay, I'm actually going to wear a damaged black raincoat because it's black and it makes me a little bit less conspicuous than orange. But the advantage of wearing a ghillie suit is that you don't load in from 300 meters forward. Again, I said this in the first episode. Wobo, that's a YouTube channel. He did that research. Past a few hundred meters, you don't load into DayZ. If you have a ghillie suit on, which is extremely useful when you have a sniper rifle. But it does mean you can't wear a backpack, which makes your inventory loadout extremely limited. And running around like this without a backpack and a heavy ghillie suit on, which is obviously very insulating because a ghillie suit's made out of burlap, so that's going to make you sweat quite a bit. That's going to make you overheat very quickly. So you need some way to keep cool. But without your backpack, you can't chug drinks over and over and over again. So you have to basically run from puddle to puddle like some insane Wookiee frogman. Now, a bit of at least a gaming nickname for people in ghillie suits is Wookiees, because they do look like bushmen, especially when you haven't really painted your ghillie suit. I don't know if it stretches to real-life firearms and that kind of military stuff, because I don't do that, at least not yet. I don't have the means to do that yet. I'm poor, I have my computer, I don't have any means to go there and do that, nor do I really have the time or the interest yet. I might do it when I'm 30, 40, whatever. But yes, oh yeah, that was some interesting talk. Is that a zombie or that's a zombie? People generally are a bit faster, or they're crouched, or whatever. But yeah, zombies. Cannibalism. That was it. Cannibalism leads to prion disease. Now, prions are like warped versions of proteins, which screw up your entire body. Now, mad cow disease, or when transferred to humans, Creutzfeldt-Jakob. Yes, I'm from a Germanic nation, so I can say that. English is also a Germanic language, so you can say that more easily than some people. But yeah, Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease and mad cow disease are prion diseases, generally caused by, you know, feeding cows to other cows. People actually did that for a while. They shouldn't have. Humans have a similar problem, which isn't Creutzfeldt-Jakob. It's something Kuru, which gives you the tremors, another type of neural degeneration. They actually showed that on an episode of Torchwood, which is a science fiction show about basically Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but in the Doctor Who universe. Think on it. It's pretty cool. But Kuru is a disease you get from eating the flesh of other humans, which is horrific, obviously. Now, there's something I wanted to talk about with regards to eating the flesh of other humans, morbid as it may sound. You see that you get the revulsion from that, yeah? And also a revulsion that some tribes actually did that because they were, like, hungry. Some distant tribes actually did that. Sometimes there are even ritual cannibalism, you know, desecration of taboos as one hell of a bit of religious symbology. But yeah, human sacrifice is bad. Now, that's an instinctual thing. Here's the thing. Human traditions against cannibalism did not come to pass because of superstition. That's the joke. A lot of people say, humans, we don't eat their dead. That's so inefficient. We are inefficient because of superstition. No. We got our convictions and our superstitions because we were never meant to eat our own, which is sounds retarded and obvious, but it's a chicken or the egg kind of situation. We did not grow to hate eating the dead because of superstition. No, we grew superstitious about eating the dead because we are instinctually hateful of the very concept. Otherwise, why would we hate the dead? What would be the point of doing so? Because it's bad for us. It's bad for us. And there's a whole... Oh dear, I got hurt. Great. There's a whole lot of different things. I'm just going to run for 20 seconds to tire the zombie out. After 20 to 30 seconds, the zombies get noticeably slower, which at that point means you can run into somewhere safe. Wait a sec. Yes, I did. Basically managed to lose him. Good. Okay, but yeah, a lot of times your instinct is telling you things which you really should know already. But so much of modern Western civilization tells you your instinct is wrong, which is a very cute thing to say, but generally living a normal, boring life and doing the normal, boring thing tends to lead to the best results. Your instincts know what you're doing, so follow them most of the time. There's some exceptions, but that's because humanity has grown way beyond what was expected. There's a lot of people on this world right now. So, yeah, there's some concessions to make, but overall, all that noise of zombies, overall, you can trust your instincts. Like, 20, 30 years ago, the big fad of the time was, instincts are wrong, your instincts are wrong, we're smarter now, we have developed science and enlightenment. That may be so, but snake oil is still snake oil. And we have grown the way we have, largely because of subconscious proddings which were put there long ago for a good reason. Yeah, there we go. I thought I could dodge him, but my character on mouse didn't respond very well. A few hits, nothing wrong with that. I can lock this off as well. Might actually be able to lock the bastard in here. Green jeans, worn. Black cargo pants, badly damaged. But they do have 2 more slots. So that's obviously superior. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to goad that zombie into... Now, the zombie is right there, obviously. No, he isn't. Interesting. I'm going to goad that zombie into... If he's still tracing me, I'm going to goad him into running in here with me. Yes, he is. Good. And then I can, like, trap him. Perfect. I'm not being too careful because this character is only supposed to ever last a week. But yeah, normally I'd be a bit more stealthy with my character. Right now, I'm not. Okay, there's a one of the 2, no, three towers in the game. Now, there used to be 3 military ones. I'm not sure if the one at Krasnostav, which is up northeast. I always confuse west and east, but up northeast there was this Tower of Krasnostav, which may have been changed, but this is one of the at least 2 military air traffic control towers in the game. There's another one at the northwest airfield, which is essentially very much inland, which also has, all around the airfield, is a tent camp, barracks, and also, what is that? Tent camp, barracks, and also a fire station, where you can, essentially, in the northwest airfield, you can get everything and anything you want. With a bit of luck, of course. So you don't know where everything spawns, but barracks generally have the highest quality guns. What was it called? Fire stations have the best melee range weaponry, as well as best pistols, and as I said, those containers. And yeah, the air traffic control tower has some good stuff as well, good equipment, good ammo, etc., etc. And these officer buildings, which we just exited with the zombie, they have some pretty good, decent loot as well. The only thing which is better is military helicopter crash sites. Now, there's a whole bunch of different possible helicopter crash sites in this game, but only 3 of them spawn at any one time. They're actually probably bugged right now, because they tend to spawn at the same place, or that's something I heard between one whisper and another. I'm going to have to check, of course. But usually every day, or every few hours even, the helicopter locations are reset, and the loot with them is reset as well. So it's just basically halfway between luck and a scavenger hunt for finding those helicopters. And they have the very best and most rare equipment in the game. Well, not the very best, because you can make one hell of a statement even with civilian equipment. But if you want, like, a shirt, which is not waterproof, but has like 2 more slots in the best waterproof shirt, best any other shirt, you can get that from a military crash site, from a helicopter crash site. If you want an ammo box, I think the odds are that you're only going to be able to find them at a helicopter crash site. If you want American military guns, which have their own advantages, like the MP5, which is, no, not the MP5, the M4, which is the best medium-range gun, you're going to want to go to one of the helicopter crash sites. If you want this or that, or some really high-end AK attachments, you're going to have to go visit one of the helicopter crash sites, etc. So they're a bit more rare and a bit more difficult to find, but you do sometimes get really lucky. In that case, you get the FNX, which is a very modern pistol, which is the, I say, best pistol in the game. It's got, it fires 45 rounds. Now, 45 rounds, they're basically big enough to kill a guy in one shot. Some of these other pistols, they fire like game shots, which are meant for like deer or rabbits, that kind of thing, foxes, whatever. But the 45 is designed to kill people, and the only gun which fires 15 of those is the FNX. It can also attach stuff like a flashlight or a short scope, so you've basically got a really compact, which means you can put it in your backpack, a really compact weapon, which is really effective. That sounded a bit vague, but I hope you know what I mean. Effective and compact weaponry is hard to get. Submachine guns are guns that barely fit inside your backpack, but generally have a blistering rate of fire. Also in decent caliber. It's gonna give me a sec this. Yes, he didn't get in. Good. Sorry about that. I just needed to hone my ninja skills for what they were worth. So yeah, helicopter crash sites and military bases have the best kind of guns, but they're still basically when you get the right type of ammo and the right type of equipment, you can still basically find things that can perforate your enemies anywhere. You just need a little bit more care. Now, military weapons allow you the chance to survive a chance encounter. Non-military weapons allow you to win an encounter on your terms, but they don't really allow you to come out on top of someone who has the element of surprise on you. I'm going to take this Makarov with me as well as the P1 pistol, even though it's not the best idea, I guess. Wait a minute. No, this is 22 rounds. They don't chamber in the Makarov. Nope. I got 3 different kinds of ammo, and 4 different kinds of ammo, and 2 different kinds of guns, and none of them fit together. Welcome to DayZ. Surprisingly authentic, isn't it? I have no problem with this. This is about survival. As soon as you get your hands on a ballistic weapon, you can headshot a zombie, drop him in one go. It makes a bit of noise, which is bad, but ooh, this is 5.56. Now that's American military gun ammo. But yeah, it makes a bit of noise, and that's bad because that might attract more zombies, but you're still rid of that zombie, and they won't hit you. After X amount of hits, which is like a really high amount of hits, your skeleton gives out. So after being struck by a zombie 100 times, your character dies. So you better have a tent with most of your equipment in it, or have achieved all you wanted to achieve in that character's lifetime. And that way, avoiding a zombie strikes is paramount. Well, like I said, my character is going to get wiped for the new patch, which only happens every few patches. Every patch they start messing with loot, they wipe their characters, which is very sensible, obviously. But yeah, usually I wouldn't actually want to get hit by a zombie, so I'd be really careful. Is that more types of ammo? No, that's just, ooh, that's good. That's canned tuna. You can open that without needing a can opening device. Now you can get these improvised knives, by the way, when you spawn, you're either at or near a beach. You go on the beach, you scavenge the ground, and you find a small pebble. And you use that pebble on the ground, you get an improvised knife. They're busy integrating an entire system of survivalism into the game. Now, it's already halfway completed, so while it's not there yet, not really. Just give me a sec here. Ooh, I've mended this raincoat, have I? It's pristine now. Perfect. Can I mend this cargo pants? Nope. But I've mended my raincoat, which is great. Can I also mend the press vest? I'm actually going to remove the Makarov from it, obviously. Just in case. Ooh, it worked. Gonna take it off so you can see it's pristine now. Was not expecting that. That's good. I'm gonna take this with me. That's great. Wonderful. Yeah, these batteries aren't very important, really. Oh, some extra ammo, great. I'm taking this hacksaw with me in case I find an IZ shotgun. IZ-43 shotgun, or whatever it may be called. But it's a shotgun, obviously. Two-shot double-barrel shotgun, and you can pull an Arnie with it from Terminator 1, and, you know, make it a sawn-off, and then it can fit very easily into your backpack, or, hell, even some of the larger vests. Now, this is a blood test kit. Now, I'm not sure if how much its damage affects it. I don't think it does, so I'm just going to get a blood type test here. I'm just trying to remember. O positive, which is pretty good, which is basically donor to everybody. Not quite universal. O negative is universal, but O positive is not only pretty common, but it's a good donor to everything. Painkillers are not very useful for anything right now. Things might change, as I said, the game's in constant flux, but yeah. Yeah, blood test kits are strange, but it does imply, yes indeed, oh dear, there are blood types in this game, which are used for blood transfusions. And if you do the wrong blood transfusion, you get hemolysis. I'm actually intending to say hemolyze. Yes. You get hemolyzed. See, it's very easy to conjugate. You get hemolyzed and you die. Now, dear Lord, hemolysis is when your blood coagulates in your veins because it's the wrong kind of blood, so your body attacks the blood even if you're in mortal danger. You know, that's the downside of being built out of millions of little biological nanites. So yeah, your body rejects the blood, it coagulates in your veins. Those veins include your brain. You get, usually your brain just shatters. Not really shatters, but you know, you get owned essentially immediately. There's not much medical science can do to stop it except for anticoagulants, and even that's delaying the inevitable. So yeah, in this game, you get killed within a minute if you take the wrong kind of blood. Oh, my blood level's up, and then it starts reacting to your body, and then you die. What I'm doing right now, I'm running along the coast further west, actually. If you face the coast and you head right, you go west eventually, and then eventually, after a long-ass time, you're going to come upon cities. And those cities are going to be full of good loot, and you better, you know, loot up. Then you can go to the prison complex. Now, the prison complex is pretty good because it has lots of good loot. Is this where I think it is? Yes. This is the final town before the prison complex where we're going. It has a police station, but not too much else. But yes, hemolysis. Another interesting piece of biology. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to end the video here. If you want to join me in this final town, you're free to do so. See you then.